Well, hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. This is just a random video of putting antifreeze in the little blazer. And I had one subscriber talking about, he's basically doing the same thing I'm doing to my little blazer. I don't know if he's went back and watched the videos on the little blazer. But I figured I'd show you this now. Don't hit me up about the engine being dirty. It's a daily driver. It needs, engine needs to be cleaned up a little bit, stuff like that. But hey, it is what it is. But let's show you the little blazer engine. All right, yeah, blowed the muffler one day. Electronic ignition module went out. Let's see what the antifreeze bottle says. All the sudden, outside, he's at 40 below. I think it ain't gonna get that cold around here. I do need to flush it, but I didn't put the darn water hose up before I done this. Let's turn her off here so we can hear. Oop, keys out. Alright, so I think this guy's doing exactly the same thing here. This little engine's out of the 84, the trash truck. It had a spun bearing, so I completely rebuilt that and stuck it in here because the engine was in here is now in the trash truck. But I was going to put that blower on this thing, but I really like to have the air conditioner on this. It's off here because the compressor's bad. And I don't need it till next spring. So, anyway, as it is, this one right here is a 2.8. It's bored 30 over. I had the crank turned. I told them idiots when they turned the crank, do not to mess with the rear seal surface. And they polished it anyway. So, it's got a rear main seal leak. Every time I put a turned crank in something on these things, they always have a rear main seal leak. It's not bad, but it does leak. Just driving around, putting it around, 55 or so, it don't leak too bad. But you hit it down the interstate, she's got little patches of oil on the rear end. On the tailgate. But 2.8, 30 over. I put a small RV cam, comp cam in it, new lifters, all that kind of stuff. It's got the Edelbrock, the little adapter says this thing on it says Torquer 2. But when I bought the intake, it said RPM Performer. So I don't know exactly what that is. It's a dual plane intake with 4-barrel adapter, 390 Holley, and yeah, I need to change the air filter. And I was telling the guy that the Edelbrock intake is restrictive. If he goes back and finds where I was setting that blower on the trash truck motor, I explain and show the ports on the runners versus the ports on the heads and the blower. These things only are about 1 inch deep, and then the ones on the intake are about like that. But there's a little hump right here on these heads that's supposed to help out with cold idle. And Edelbrock just shortened them runners up so they go over. All the air intake would come over, and fuel would come over that. From what I understand, that little hump in them heads is for cold idle, or to help out cold idle. And then, anyway, that's it in a nutshell. I still got to take the heads off of the ones that's in the trash truck, the one that's in the trash truck, and grind all that crap out. That'll help out a little bit. But yeah, this little setup right here, and it's got the head and the headers. But this is a 4-wheel drive with 4-wheel drive headers, so they fit pretty good. But it's basically simple. The little thing runs good. It gets about between 25 and 28 miles a gallon on the road. Driving around town, baby, she gets about 18 to 20. Stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. But even this being a 4-wheel drive with the 4-wheel drive headers, I still had to take a hammer to the header on the driver's side because the drive shaft for the four-wheel drive unit kept smacking the header. Not that I use four-wheel drive that much, but there you go. Now, let's cover one more thing. I can't remember the guy's name, but he was talking about these actuators for the four-wheel drive. And what I did with that, he said he has two. If he's talking about this is the cruise control diaphragm, which is not hooked up because none of it works in the truck anyway. But this is the one that locks up the four-wheel drive. And all it does, I can't remember where all this goes. This vacuum line goes around. Where's she going? And yeah, she goes plumb down to the transmission. And the vacuum off the transmission comes up here. And when you put it in four-wheel drive, she pulls this rod. She's a little tough. She pulls this rod up and engages four-wheel drive. I haven't done anything with that. I just, ran the vacuum like it's supposed to be. And all is good. It goes in four-wheel drive. If you have any questions on this, man, like I said, my email is EZ, just a E and a Z, CUT, sharpening @gmail. And then I can get you my phone number and stuff like that, and then we can talk real time and explain it a whole lot more. The only thing, the little engine is good, it's powerful, it's strong, it does its thing. The transmission in this thing sucks bad. I've rebuilt it. I had it rebuilt. It didn't work, so I rebuilt it. It still ain't right. Only thing I can think of is something's wrong in the case, because I've done the internals exactly where they need to be. So that's causing me issues. But yeah, she's a good running little truck. I want to get an ACL distributor coil and stick on the trash truck. I don't like the stock coils. I want to throw some fire to that stuff. I only run AC rapid fire plugs in these little motors. They've never let me down. Another guy was asking about the linkage, the stuff to hold, the cables and stuff. I don't know if you can see it completely, but this is it. It came with the carburetor. But it's just a Holley standard bracket. It goes on there, and then you have to adjust everything around to get it where you want to. I did have to turn the pressure cable for the 700R4 upside down, which makes it a pain in the butt to adjust. You have to take it out and adjust it and then put it back in. But once you get that set, you don't have to mess with it no more. That's about it in a nutshell, man. When I first built this little engine, man, all this, it's the thumbnail. Click on the thumbnail. You'll see what the trash truck engine looked like when I first got done with it. But like I said, this is the daily driver. I do plan on cleaning it up. I don't know what's going to happen this winter, but I get to get some carb cleaner out here because she ain't starting like she used to. But there you go. That's it in a nutshell on the little Blazer engine. I hope this kind of helps you out on what I did here. The stock 2.8 intake and all that stuff, I just don't like them. The first thing I'd do to them is just rip all that stuff off. Get you an intake of some kind and stick on there and get rid of all that vacuum stuff. Makes life a lot freaking simpler when you're working on it. Everything's a lot easier to get to. I always take the exhaust manifolds off, get rid of the pump, and just throw headers on it. That makes it real easy to get to all the the valve covers and stuff. All right, I guess I'm out of here. Hope you got something out of this. If you didn't, leave a comment. I'll try to explain better or do better next time. That's it. I don't think I'm going to put up another video to maybe my Wednesday talk if I got something to talk about. Because I got to catch up on some work where I was out of town Thursday and Friday. And then I didn't get out of bed till like 4 o'clock Saturday. That's how much, I was way behind on sleep. Still in, see my eyes. But anyway, there you go. That's it in a nutshell. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you Wednesday, if not before. Y'all take care. Everybody home and safe. And watch out for them loose lug nuts.